that work, she all in the kitchen. My neighbors was faulty, put her in the ditch. Floating around in different dimensions. Focused on bread, I'm back to my senses. Give me some head, you posted a mention. Sick of the bullshit, all of the tension. Loving them pretty and ghetto extensions. If it ain't about my bread, don't even mention. Whipping that work, she all in the kitchen. My neighbors was faulty, put her in the ditch. Floating around in different dimensions. Focused on bread, I'm back to my senses. Give me some head, you posted a mention. Sick of the bullshit, all of the tension. Loving them pretty and ghetto extensions. Yeah, yeah.
Up early, I say rise and shine. Had an elevator, that's my grind. Wait, back it up, you know I'm rolling up. Shit, I got up early just for more time. Time to fuck it up, time to get it in, time to really win. I made up my mind, bitch, I'm at your guts, working on my apps. You gon' need some milk, bitch, I'm crunch time. I said, shit, don't you ever get it twisted. I get a bag anywhere, bitch, it is my sixth stitch. That is one of my left to right trick stitch. So you say I'm just a lot of little kid shit. No joke, no kid, my mind is so fucking gifted. Pick up or shit, quick, like how you really feeling. Can't deny it was better for business. I broke it down, doubled up, defined, flipped it. I'm seeing me, my own real life thriller. I'm past what Mike was on when he was looking up that mirror. He was trying to lighten up his world, thinking it would heal her. What I'm on's a little more dark, a little more deep, in terms more.
If it ain't about my bread, don't even mention. Whipping that work, she all in the kitchen. My neighbors was faulty, put her in the ditch. Floating around in different dimensions. Focused on bread, I'm back to my senses. Give me some head, you posted no mention. Sick of the bullshit, all of the tension. Loving them pretty and ghetto extensions. If it ain't about my bread, don't even.
Something's got to feed that praying mantis out there.
So a few years ago, I came up with this idea to create a reality show. Now this is not your basic reality show. You're not about to see a bunch of drama and fighting on this show. But instead, you're about to see us elevate and support each other, like sisters. So this show is about strippers transitioning from strippers into successful women, into whatever they're trying to be when they're done stripping. Whether that's become entrepreneurs, go to school, become wives, just whatever they're trying to do, we're about to support each other in that journey. Now, why did I make this show? To inspire each other. Like, I definitely want to inspire other strippers and change the stigma about strippers. We're not just robots that you give $20 and can treat any type of way, but instead, we're mothers, lovers, wives, siblings, good friends, and we're always helping other people and always giving our money away, and that definitely needs to stop. So the show takes place here in Detroit, but I'm not from here. So these girls mean so much to me because they're like my family away from home. And we do everything together. Like, we're definitely a support system, and we're our own little family at work. Whatever's going on, we're there to support each other. That's for sure. We click on so many different levels. Some of us are spiritual, some of us are religious, some of us are white, some of us are black. But it doesn't stop anything. It definitely doesn't stop us from loving each other and elevating together. Now, one thing we gonna do is drink. So let's meet everybody.
Tell everybody your name. What is your name? So, what is your name?
I know, right?
So, tell everyone your name.
Get back, get back, get back. I don't mean like that, okay?
Excellent. Victory over the bees. Way to go.
We have it. We going to.
So what is your name? Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Holly.
It's called Love and Tequila.
Downtown Detroit.
Okay, so are you guys hungry? Because I made some spaghetti, the salad. She's like, eat. And we gotta get on the go. We gotta go to the horseback riding soon. So I know I'm gonna have you guys drinking. So I wanted to get you guys a little bit to eat before we go. Okay. Let's eat a little bit. Talk. There is banana pudding. That's what these are. These little dessert things. That's banana pudding.
Where's my special one right here?
Yep, I think that's yours. See, if you want to eat, you're more than welcome.
Oh, nice.
I got you some cherry Pepsi. I know you like Pepsi. I don't know if you like the cherry one.
It's fine.
So I cook spaghetti and salad and banana pudding for dessert for my girls, and I love to cook. And a lot of strippers do. I don't know about that stigma. It's not true either, okay? We be cooking. We be cooking, okay? And we love to gather with our families and all that stuff that they be saying that we're never with our kids and we're never at home. We rather be at home, most of us. But anyways, well, that's the older strippers. We're an older generation of strippers, and we do things different. Yeah, like old school. We have old souls. Anyhow. Before we go to where we're going, and we're going horseback riding, to this great stall that's been there for like over 130 years. And it has so much great history. And I love the history here in Detroit. Detroit's foundation is set on some strong history. The people here are so strong and vibrant, and I just love to hear their story because it inspires me. And that is what this show is all about. And so, the stories we're going to hear today, they're going to be so inspiring, and I hope the ladies take home with them to keep going, and also to set a foundation, to set a reason why. So, as we go through our day, I hope we also inspire you. Being a dancer is not always fun. That stigma is not true either. It's not always a party. It's just not always what it's worked up to be. It can be very physically, mentally, and emotionally draining. So, with that being said, you need a strong support group. Like when you're falling off, you need someone to tell you, girl, get it together. Or when you're not looking so cute, you need someone to tell you, girl, that is not cute. Change that. Or when you're too drunk, you need someone to tell you, take your ass in the back. And that's what we are for each other. And definitely each other's backbone at work. There's days when you don't want to do this. And there's days when you're like, yeah, this is why I do this. And you feel like a real boss. But they don't balance out these days. With the economy changing, the industry is changing. And girls do stuff that us older strippers are just not willing to do. So it is definitely time to be inspired, to transition. And it can be scary because when you can go make a paycheck in one night and then you have to wait a week or two for that, it can be a big culture shock. And yeah, I don't think any of us are ready for that. We've all been spoiled for years with this, I can just go make that money tomorrow. But this is not something you can do forever. Your body's not gonna look young forever. You're not gonna look young forever. And yeah, things are not gonna stay the same forever. Strip club has definitely changed. Money has definitely changed. They ain't throwing it like they always. And they ain't always making it rain. And when there's a drought, you're gonna need something else to do. So that's what this show is inspiring you to do. So we done finished eating. We ain't done drinking, but we put our cups down for a minute. And now we at the horse stables. And it's so cool. It's so festive. And one thing I love about Detroit is so black. But there's no color lines. Black and white people, they all get along. They all party together. You'll see a bar just mixed. It's just a colorful place. And I love that. Now that is in the D. Okay? Now we ain't talking about the outskirts. We talking about Detroit. Okay? Anyhow, we got to the horse stables and it was crowded. I didn't know it was going to be this crowded. I thought it was going to be more private. But I ain't tripping. It was fun. Now listen, this is a reality show. Ain't nobody over there telling us what to do or scripting nothing. So sometimes I'll be forgetting somebody's videotaping. And I'll be thinking I got to videotape everything. So don't mind me, okay? Soon as we got there, we were in awe by the horses' beauty. They was already inspiring us. Look how therapeutic. Now, this is Gloria, our tour guide, and she was so sweet.
Okay, so are you from around this area?
We live here now, but I'm from LA. Okay, so, but I love horses, and she's from LA, she's visiting. So we wanted to know about the history here. I Googled it, but hearing it one-on-one is different. Do you mind?
No, but I'm going to get somebody that can really tell you about the buffalo.
Okay,
So
okay,
what I
that'd
can
be
tell you
awesome.
is when you come up here and ride, I can show you how to ride. I can teach you how to ride in less than 10 seconds. I'll have you riding by yourself.
You got lessons?
Instructions. And I say that because I'm 69. I'm horsing around. I've been horsing around. Professional rodeo circuit for almost 20 years, me and my daughter. And
You're beautiful.
Gloria says she been horsing around. As you can see, she's a real strong woman and she don't play. And she about to encourage us and inspire us with some of her stories and history.
from where you mount on that block, I can't do it today, but what I do, I have them unhooked and riding on their own by the time they get across the ring. And I'm just walking with them and talking them through it. I can talk you through it. I can talk you through whatever you need to do. And what my ultimate goal with my students, this young man right here, that's one of them, that's Rico, is to put on a show out here. If you come up here a week before we do the show, you can still be in it. We just want to show everybody doing something. And
So we got there late. We didn't get to ride. But as you heard earlier, Gloria was asking us where we were from. So let's get into it. Let's find out where all the ladies are actually from.
And what can we get back to?
So you're not from here. You just dance here occasionally and come visit your friend Carly. So where are you actually from? Where are you?
I'm from Pasadena, California. Born and raised.
So you keep mentioning that you love it here, but you're not from here. So where are you actually from?
I'm from a place called Monrovia, California. It's about 25 miles east from LA.
So where are you from?
I'm born in Detroit, but I'm raised in Flint, Michigan.
okay, they barbecue
So,
on Sundays.
Miss Gloria is telling us all the relaxing things that you can do at the horse stables, and it sounds so therapeutic, so you know I'll be back. And we just got through telling y'all where we're from, but one thing I love about the fucking energy here is it don't matter whether it's old or young, everybody is just so cool in Detroit. Listen to Miss
Vern, what are we horses where?
Huh?
We're horses where?
In the hood.
Yes, definitely. I can see that.
So we're just getting started on our tour. Miss Gloria got so much to show us and so much to tell us. And it's so inspiring.
Would you
I'm
like to
so
check?
glad we came here. And look at that beauty. Oh my.
Hey, I don't have any food, sorry.
I'm sorry, we're not food. We want food.
That's my daughter. And that's me doing a relay race at the ocean.
Girl, look at you. Say, look at you, right? Wow.
And that's me right there.
Girl, you
That's
hold
awesome.
on.
That's awesome.
You is riding that thing.
I've been riding since I was 12.
You guys are beautiful. These horses. Your daughter rides.
Yes, she's actually got a 10-acre ranch out by the airport. First black rodeo queen in the history of Michigan State.
Look at that.
So as you can see, Miss Gloria's showing us all these great
She already got
cowgirls,
that.
and we like, okay, girl. They was on them horses, riding them things.
Vote for her. And this lady,
And they're also so beautiful. Women can do anything they want, and that is the purpose of this trip,
and that's what we give back.
to remind us of that.
And this is
I bet you're wondering and looking at all of us like, how did y'all even become dancers? Well, let's find out.
So how did you become a dancer?
Well, I was a young mother, and my boyfriend at the time was having some health issues. We both lost our jobs. We had a factory we worked at. It closed down completely. And I was looking in the paper, and there was an ad to make $1,000 weekly. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, oh, I'm stupid. And so I answered the ad, and I called the guy, and he said, meet me at this place. And I didn't even know what it was, honestly. So I met him up there, and he said, yeah, you have to audition. So he told me to come back the next day. I had to bring something to wear. He said, like, something skimpy. So I did an audition, and that's how it started.
So how did you become a dancer?
So I became a dancer. One day I was working at a hostess bar. I don't know if you know that, but it's a place where people go and they, actually this piggy girl was sitting on the couch, something like this, with a chick, and the guy comes in and says, I want to talk to her, I want to eat with her. You eat, you play pool with the guy, and they pay you about $10 to $15 an hour. If you get picked by a guy, they pay you about $25 an hour. And that club gets about $5 a day. So I was doing that for like 2 weeks. Next door to a strip club. One day on my lunch hour, I went to the strip club, and I seen these girls and I was doing pictures and making all this money. And I seen all these expensive cars parked in front of that building. So I was like, what the hell? Like, that's where I want to work. I want to be like them. Like, they just look the way they were dancing on stage, the way their bodies look, and they look like money. So I was like, I'm in the wrong place. So I went and we went there. That place was actually called Spearman Rhino. And the guy was like, come with an outfit like this, and you can work his mom. So that's kind of like what I did. And I went, and I looked horrible. My legs were shaking. It was a new spot. So yeah, that's how I started dancing. I didn't dance for another couple weeks after that because I realized I wasn't a dancer yet. Went home and practiced. Came back.
How did you become a dancer?
I'll start from here, but I was in a drug gang, selling drugs, and me and my boyfriend were selling drugs, and we ended up getting pulled over, going to jail with all our money. So I'm like, what am I gonna do about money? Because I know they're just gonna keep them anyway. So I'm like, I don't know what to do about money. I'm broke. And so I was like, okay. I called my sister up on the phone and said, I think I'm going to start a dance. She said, no, you lying. I said, yes, I am. So I said, go with me my first day. She said, you serious? I said, yeah, I'm serious. I have a dance shoe. I was with some boots on that I wear to the club. I had on some regular clothes, bra, and a little thumb looked pretty. I went there, I got hired, I made money the first day, and it was like, it's the only problem. You go, it transferred from selling drugs to, it just like selling drugs. The money was coming just like that. So.
How did you become a dancer?
I met a girl that was going to school, but she was like low income apartments, but she always had money and a nice car. She always said, I'm gonna show you one day, I'm gonna show you what I do. One night she called me, I was bitching all day at school about not having any money, and she's like, bitch, you're going with me tonight. I'm like, okay. And she gets closer, she's like, you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. She's like, did you shave everywhere? I'm like, shave everywhere, okay. So I shaved everywhere. And then we pulled up to Pleasures in Pasadena, California. And Mike was the manager, Mike K, and he liked me instantly. I was hired, well, he did tell me I need to learn how to dance, but he did hire me. And I was there for until they closed down.
This lady right here is her name is Kathy Williams, and she switched her name to William Kathy, and she joined the Buffalo Soldier, served for 2 years before they found out she was a woman.
Oh,
Really?
wow. Let me zoom in on her.
Her name is Kathy Williams, and she's the first woman in the United States Army.
Pretty though. How did they know?
Because she hid it. She didn't go to the infirmary. She didn't go to the hospital. She was married, had a family. She eventually married and got a family, but she served for 2 years because she had to take care of what she needed a job.
Right.
And so the Buffalo Soldiers is a section of the Army. So the first woman in the United States Army
Women
was a
ain't
black
no joke, man.
Kathy Williams. Or
Better go,
William
Kathy.
Kathy.
Yeah.
That's something when the kids build a photo.
How did you feel the first time going on stage?
The first time on stage, well, it was really scary, and I didn't want to take my top off, but I did, and it was it was just terrible.
How did you feel going on stage the first time?
I didn't like dancing on stage the first time compared to other girls. They knew how to like hold herself with one finger, and I didn't even know how to walk in shoes. So I was just like, I was looking dumb as hell, but I made money, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like I needed it. So yeah, my legs were really shaking.
How did you feel going on stage the first time?
Nervous. Feel like I looked the ghetto with some boots on stage. Everybody else got on thin shoes, and I'm pretty much like, okay. Everybody knew I was movie because they pretty much know. She knew she ain't got, what I'm saying. But my outfit was cute. I just had on some like boots, but I was nervous.
How did you feel the first time going on stage?
Ooh, very nervous. The very first time on stage is when I almost didn't get hired because when I went to pull my little skirt down, my underwear started coming down and I froze. And my friends were like, keep going, keep going. So that's when he took me upstairs. He's like, I'm gonna hire you, but you need to learn how to dance. I was nervous. I got dressed in the bathroom stall. I didn't even get dressed with the other girls.
Whole story right here.
Oh, okay.
And that's Kathy Williams. And so I always tell the kids, this is a book report.
Yes. I'm bringing the babies back here.
Right.
There's going to be questions after.
Right.
Speaking of book report, do your children know that you dance?
Yes, they do. My kids know what I do because I've been doing this for so long. My kids, I don't like to lie to them, so they either figured it out or I had to let them know eventually, where mom works. So, yeah.
Do your children know that you dance?
My older kids know what I do because they know what stripping is, and they have a father that is a hater, and we have went through some stuff in court because of the issues and things like that. And so, with that being said, they learned what I do during that process.
Do your children know that you are a dancer?
Yes. At a certain age, they didn't know when they were younger, but as they got older, I told them I never hid it from them. I gotta wash my work clothes. So if you go down in the basement and my clothes in the dryer, so you know, you're gonna see them in the dryer. So, you know, when they got to the age where they was washing their clothes, then I just said, yeah, those are right.
So, as you can see, we're learning about all these people that clearly didn't give up. Let's find out what made us keep going.
What made you go back?
The money. I made like $300 the first night, and that was a lot of money at the time.
What made you go back?
I went back because I seen all of the money that was being made, and I felt like I can do that too, and I'm going to do that too. And so I went back because I'm not a quitter, and I'm just like, you know, they were pretty, and so am I. So I can do that. If I learn how to dance, I can do that, and I can make that kind of money. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make that kind of money, not the money that I was making. So.
Crystal, what made you go back for a second time? What made you go back?
The obvious money. Jeez. You can go someplace for less than 2 hours, 3 hours, and make almost $400, and you don't even know what you're doing? It's like the money, the money, the money.
The brown and white horse.
Everyone thinks dancing is so great all the time. Like we make $1,000 every night. But let us tell you the truth about it.
What is the least you've ever made dancing?
The least I've ever made is $0.
But in this game, if you let one night discourage you, then this ain't the game for you.
What is the least you have ever made?
The least I ever made was $0. Nothing. Because, you know, in where I'm from in California, the clubs have tip outs. So, like, you know, you can have to tip out at least $150 some nights. And so, yeah. If you don't make at least that, you owe them that. So, yeah, $0.
And this building is like 150 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And the floor, I think it's called petrified wood. Let's see. Oh, here they
Wow,
got
this
bricks.
building is so old. I love historic buildings. She was explaining to us how they had to make the horses stables bigger because they were too small for the horses to turn around in a complete circle. And that kind of made me sad.
What is the least you've ever made dancing?
These are wooden bricks. Right here.
It's backlit.
The police had this farm. They had standing stalls, which were only as big as this right here. This is what the stalls were. The horses couldn't lay down. They couldn't turn around. They had them tied to the wall. And so
Bricks that are still durable 130 years later.
down here.
But not just any bricks, wooden bricks. Now, I learned something new today, and I love that. It was very interesting. What I'm trying to do, I hope the foundation is so strong that people are still getting use of it 130 years later.
Now we have horses.
That's better. They got more room this way.
Yeah, they can walk in the complete circle.
What is the least that you have ever made?
Minus $40. Because after the gas and the babysitter, what I got home with, I needed, you know, because like when you get there, you have to give them their $25, $50 right off top. Sometimes they let you work for it, but as soon as you get there, you owe money. So you better make some money.
I truly enjoyed our tour. Miss Gloria was so great. She made the most out of our time. And speaking of most, we talked about the least we've ever made. So let's talk about the most we've ever made dancing. Because we do have some good nights. We ain't doing this for no reason.
And what is the most you've ever made dancing?
The most, I'm not really like a huge money maker. I think the most is like 7 something.
What is the most you've ever made dancing?
The most I ever made was $5 grand on one night in Detroit. You know, I was from California, came, we were coming there to do some networking in the cannabis industry. It was new to Detroit, and they were hyped because they knew they were going to be rich after that. And so, yeah, they were the reason I made $5 grand was too, and they turned the club up that night. I'll never forget, it was fun. They kept at the same, well, the next night we did the same thing too. It was great. So I made 10 grand in about 24 hours.
So, what's the most you've ever made?
I truly did not want to leave Miss Gloria. She was everything. And so was the whole environment. I was so disappointed that we couldn't ride the horses, but she was filling us in on all this information on how many days they're available and all the other events. And so we're definitely going to come back, and I'm going to use this as therapy because we need therapy.
I definitely feel like I want to hug today.
Yes.
We're everyone else's therapy, but we forget to go to therapy ourselves.
Service the community. It's not a color thing. It's like I get everybody up there. Everybody want to get on board.
As you can see, we're all sweet girls and we're so loving. But speaking of love, let's find out if any of us has been dipping in the club. Let's keep the tea.
Time to spill some tea. Have you ever dated or had a crush on a customer?
Yes, I have. I actually have children with when I first started.
Have you ever had a crush on a customer?
I've liked a customer's personality a lot, but being the realist that I am to myself, I was just like, ain't no way I can do this because he gives a whole bunch of my homegirls the same one and does the same thing with a whole bunch of my homegirls. So I did, but being real with myself, I was like, I'll never tell him and I'll never express that. So yeah, I have, but I never pursued it.
Have you ever had a crush on a customer?
I don't look at them like that because I just feel like all of them got that same thing that they want from everybody. So,
Angela, have you ever had a crush on a customer?
I've had a couple of crushes on the customers because they're my type, cute, with money. So, yes, I almost married 2 of them. Yes, I did. Should I say their names?
It's not an age thing at all. We get across the
Now, Miss Gloria is reminding us that age or disabilities should not get in your way of anything. Not a thing. So, all of us been stripping for a while, but I'm sure we did not think we were going to be dancing for this long. So let's find out how long we all been dancing, because it's been a minute.
Yes.
And it took us a while.
And thank you, Mr. Mills.
Scared, and Mills talked to her. We got her, and we did the whole walk.
Hi, Mr. Mills.
And this is his thing. This is his. This is his thing.
Thank you.
And he allows us to be a part of it.
Thank you.
How long did you think you were going to strip?
When I started, I thought I was only going to do it a couple times so I could pay my rent. And I wasn't going to tell my boyfriend, but you know, I just kept making like a few $100s, and back then that was a hell of a lot of money. So I just kept going back.
So how long did you think you was going to be dancing for?
When I started dancing, I didn't think I was going to be dancing until I was 41, that's for sure. I thought I was going to be dancing for like a couple months, couple years, and I was going to be rich, and I was going to be stable, and I was about to be out of here. So that's with the mindset I had. But where I live, it's like being growing up in Toys R Us. You can't never buy any of the toys you see, so you just keep working harder for those things in California. So it was never enough, with rent being like $2,500 at 18 and $1,400 for one bedroom at 18. It was just like, I'm never gonna stop dancing, because of course I gotta furnish this apartment down, So I thought I was gonna dance for 2 months, 3 months, 2 years. It turned into 20 or more.
So how long did you think you would strip?
Well, I don't know. I didn't put no number on it because it was like selling drugs, making fast money, and it just keep going.
How long did you think you would be doing this?
I was trying to play realistic. I thought, I'll do this for about a year and make some money. I thought I was going to be saving it, but when you're not used to having money like that, for about the first 6 months, I go to work and I go, I have enough money to buy this, so then I buy it, and it's like, then every time you get more money, you're like, now I'm working on this, now I'm working on a new car, now I want new furniture, and then that's what you do. And then after a while, I get old, but first it was exciting, then it got old. And by the time they were saying, the time I started saving, then they closed us down. They took our liquor license. So then, off to LA.
And this is why they call a strong hustle the trap. Let's find out how long we actually been dancing.
So how long has it been?
It's been, well, that was 96, so it's been like 28 years.
So how long you been dancing?
I started dancing in like the year 2001, and it is now 2023. So I'm still dancing off and on now, not as long as I used to, but I am still dancing. And so it's been about, 21 years.
How many years you been dancing?
23 years.
How many years have you been dancing?
Ooh, my goodness. I started in September 1999, like around football season. Yep. So, I don't know. Damn, I got like 23, 24 years. It's been a while.
Yes, definitely. I can see that.
But like anything, we can't do this forever. So we have to have an exit plan. What I like to call a harvest plan. So let's find out what we plan to do when we don't do this
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm sorry, we're not food. We like food.
Jamie, what is your harvest plan?
My harvest plan right now is my daughters and I have been planning on opening a business together, maybe a holistic healing center or something to help people learn how to meditate and just become more mindful. We'll offer healthy foods and classes to educate people on being healthier and things that a lot of people don't know about.
What is your harvest plan?
My harvest plan is to actually rehab homes and expand on my cleaning business. I'm already doing both things, and so I plan to expand on my cleaning business and buy multiple properties and be a landlord and just collect rent and travel the world with my children. Just collect money.
What is your harvest plan?
I want to open up a couple of business, clothing, different things like shoes. Like I'm a shoe fanatic, so I'm really aiming at little clothes, but more shoes, purses for the women. And I want to do guy things for guys too, but not on a couple of houses. What I gotta do.
What is your harvest plan?
My harvest plan has been halfway started, off and on, but I want to open a boys' home, a girls' home. I have really big dreams for, I need a big space for like a rehabilitation center. Because like they always, there are a lot of drug addicts in California. I'll be everywhere, but anyways, the parents keep taking drugs because they can't see their kids. So I had a big enough property. I have the druggies on this side, the little kids over here, and when they did what they're supposed to do, there's a place in the middle and you work your program where you get to spend a weekend with your kids. And they're working really hard because they want that for them and their kids, and I think that'd be great.
And then there's me, Mrs. Let's get to it, y'all. Let's find out what we're doing.
So what are you doing to put your harvest plan in effect?
Well, right now, I'm just trying to keep my head above water at this time. And we have plans to start, though, looking into how we're going to start. I really don't know how we're starting yet, but we're doing it.
How are you implementing your harvest plan?
And what I'm doing to work on my harvest plan is actually buying property right now, and I already have my cleaning business up and running, and I actually clean homes, as much as I can, and I market that. Yeah, and I'm just expanding on that, and hopefully one day I don't have to dance when I can dance when I want to, because I miss it. I do enjoy dancing sometimes, so when I don't go, I miss the stage, I miss performing, so I'll dance on those days. But yeah, I plan to buy at least 9 to 10 more properties and expand on my cleaning business and then wrap it up again. That's my harvest plan. It's actually being brought to life. DNA. But yeah, that is my testimony.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to start the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I just been trying to expand on the cleaning because I'm like, it's been so slow at work when I go that it's like, it's very discouraging. Especially when I don't work that much, so it's hard to deal with that.
Seriously, I don't know how every day I kept coming back. Not making much.
It's good to have that energy, like I'm gonna do it anyways, even though yesterday, because yesterday was good for me because, I had that energy, like I'm still going to work. Fuck it. If it ain't pick up by 7, I am going to leave, though. I'm going to get suspended for a week. But it was okay, you know what I'm saying? But it let me know, like, I came home, and I know I need to go to sleep for this today, but I still was up till like 4 in the morning. I was like working on my cleaning business. Like, I'm finna take every hit next week. I don't know if I showed you guys.
So what you doing to take action?
Well, what I'm doing right now is get my credit together. I took a major loss a couple years ago, so I really had to pull a lot of my credit, and I messed up my credit, but I did it for a good reason. So that's when I get together. So once I get that together, I can go lease my office, do what I gotta do, get everything on. But I have connections right now I'm talking to about office spaces, and I got the clothing line already who who I'm gonna put in there, and then as far as who I'm gonna order from, and get my clothes and everything to come in there. So.
My thing too is, like you said, I'm trying to pay off my debts right now. Like, I don't owe too much, so I've been slowly paying here and paying there on it. I really went into debt when my son passed away, so I borrowed money from the credit union. I borrowed money from the bank.
Because nobody's going to get up and go to work when they don't
So
somebody
I
out.
maxed out everything. So I'm almost there.
We're cheering you on. Come on. Come on.
Almost paid.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
How are you putting your plan together? How is your plan coming together?
Paying off my bad credit so I have a couple people that are going to help me get a loan to start to buy the property. There's a big place up in Atlanta. It's a real area. It's a compound, really big. And that'll be the perfect space for that. I mean, a millionaire wants to do better. Okay.
Where your drums at? Anyway, so have anybody been working on any goals or any aspirations or things that's gonna benefit
I wrote in
you
my
later?
little pink folder. I should have brought it. I'm trying to pay off my debt. Not just yet. Because it's like the drink started. Okay, so I want to, this year, before this year's over, I want to pay off my debt. And I was going to try to get you to help me with the LLCs. Because I want one out here to possibly start with the home for the kids. And then back in California, I'm going to try to, I've been working on cards for the cleaning business. And I'm going to check out that website because, yes, that's you can work every day if you want to. I'm not lazy and I have a problem working every day.
Well, the day is over, and of course I had to let a little bit of liquor out, and the liquor is showing out too. Don't mind me, but I dance everywhere I go. If they're playing some music, I'm dancing to it. But don't this remind you of that one episode of The Cosby Show? I used to watch that with my best friend, who was actually a guy all the time. So it took me way back, and I just let that out because you're supposed to dance in life like nobody's watching. And that's what I do. I dance everywhere I go. And I have to live and doing it too. But one thing's for sure, and for certain, these is my girls, and I love them to death. And I could chill with them night and day, cause these is my baby. And bet not nobody ever mess with these girls right here. I know they gonna make it, and I'm gonna make sure of that. This is our Test2 night.
One day it'll make sense. Till that day I gotta pay rent. You know, baby, need some new shoes. Gotta keep some dollars on the statement.
What steps are you taking to work on your harvest plan?